Merry Christmas, everybody. This is 1,250 days and counting. Um, so we want to get the right number. We want to count the right number. We want to get the right dates. We want to get accurate information. And so we come on every day. Yesterday, awesome Christmas Eve. And I hope everyone had a great little um, celebration with their family. Um, the reason for the season, the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. God made man in the flesh, and it's just beautiful. The spirit that comes together of joy and celebration. There was just no stopping it yesterday and today. So very active for the Halliday family. And, we're very, very grateful for your support to make that all possible, really, because it's your support that gives us a sense of hope to uncover what happened to Richard. And that is has sustained our faith and to in our organizations, in our institutions, because we know that even um, with the problems that we have, that there are good people out there that want to shed light on the wrongdoings, that want to shed light on these crimes and get accountability and help us. And so every day, even Christmas, we're getting information coming in. And these are gifts. These are gifts of hope to us. And we're very, very, very grateful. So please do not stop sending us tips, sending us leads, because we really appreciate and need all the help that we can get to solve this case. And it's huge because it is connected to the August 3rd, which is Dallas Hart's birthday, 2019 Walmart mass shooting. And the more we look into it, of course, the first thing we did was look at the perpetrator, Patrick Crucius, and I said to my husband, I said, "Oh my gosh, something is really wrong. I think he's autistic. I think he's autistic." And this is in no way to um, as an insult to Patrick Crucius. This is just something that the public needs to know, because what it does is it makes it clear that he could not have done this on his own. He just could not have done this on his own. And of course, we're getting to the bottom of this because is this even more despicable, more evil? Did evil people try to groom um, someone with a disability? You know, has that happened in this case? I believe it's happened in Richard's case. Absolutely. That somebody with a disability was groomed, was led to do something very despicable, to interfere. And this live stream is called Patterns of Interference because we have evidence upon evidence upon evidence of patterns of interference. The very first that I wanted to mention was the the comments that I thought needed to be clarified on Find Richard Halliday. Let me make sure that I'm on Facebook. And I'm telling you, I'm full of vim and vigor tonight for some. I guess that Christmas spirit, it's very energizing. Okay, so Oh, good evening, Mitzi. Okay, see Mitzi. Good evening. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Kay. Merry Christmas, Anicia. Thank you so much. And so you have been following this case for a long time, and so you absolutely understand what I'm talking about here when it comes to prosecutors. And you know the prosecutor that we've depended on would be the district attorney there in El Paso. And the district attorney that was there when Richard um, was murdered was Jaime Esparza. Okay? He was the district attorney there in El Paso. And then came Yvonne Rosales. Okay? And then came Bill Hicks. All right. So that's really important to establish that there have been 3 district attorneys in these 3+ years. The other point that, background that I need to give before I go on with my points is that there was an assistant district attorney also, and the assistant district attorney for Jaime Esparza was John Briggs. The assistant district attorney for Yvonne Rosales was John Briggs. The assistant district attorney for Bill Hicks is John Briggs. And so this is very, very important because John Briggs has been there in power for a long time. And we know that he was supposed to, as a prosecutor, identify the crimes, identify the criminals, document the crimes and the criminals, and prosecute the crimes and the criminals. That's his job, okay? And so we had some comments because it's been pretty volatile there at the DA office since we received, before we received this, but we have been receiving information that Bill Hicks was in trouble, that he was in trouble for a very sloppy, maybe illegal oath of office, signing into office, that was very messy. And there's a lot of questions around that. And now we received from Austin that is being investigated. Okay. So, and with that, and that's not all that's been happening there. When Bill Hicks got into office in December of 2022, he hired attorney Loretta Lynn Hewitt to take the case of the Walmart case. Okay, so attorney Loretta Lynn Hewitt was hired. Now, someone called her disgruntled. I want to clarify that. I think that really needs some clarification because if you do a little bit of background on Loretta Lynn Hewitt, she's a prosecutor with death penalty experience. Okay? A lot of death penalty experience. And she has a good record. She has a good record. So, of all attorneys, let's put this in scope. Of all attorneys, that is like less than 1%. Okay, very few attorneys have death penalty experience. Okay, of these prosecutors. So, she's not just somebody. It's kind of like Nadal Baim. Oh, he's just somebody. No, he wasn't just somebody. He was the father-in-law of Lieutenant Colonel Bugado in the G3 of the 32nd ADCOM, which is Richard's command. Okay? So, if he says that Richard's remains were found in Mexico by the FBI and the FBI, shh, 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 you know, it's a secret. It's a secret that Richard's remains were found. You know, that's not just nobody, just somebody. Oh, that's just somebody. It's no big deal. No, no, no. That is not how it works. It's a very big deal to us. When someone that works for the FBI, that is the father-in-law of a lieutenant colonel in the 32nd ADCOM in G3, which is operations, um, says that the FBI has found Richard's remains in Mexico. That's a big deal. Okay. And that's when the FBI came into this case, which was um, the end of October of 2020. So that is very important information. John Briggs being there is very important information. And attorney Loretta Lynn Hewitt with um, death penalty experience in prosecution is a very big deal, a very big deal. And so what she had to say is really important. But my question is, and maybe all of you can help me answer this, is John Briggs, he was in charge of the Walmart case. Okay, from what I'm gathering, he was involved with the Walmart case, and it was problematic because they didn't really expect Yvonne Rosales to get in. She was also supposed to be just a non-threat, just nobody, and all of a sudden she won. She won. She's the first Hispanic woman to win, and they were like, I don't know what to do about this. Um, so here, John Briggs is her assistant prosecutor, and yet Bill Hicks gets in, and he feels like it's necessary to remove John Briggs from the lead of it, or give the appearance that John Briggs has been removed from it, and bring in attorney Loretta Lynn Hewitt. And I think that's what Loretta Lynn Hewitt was saying. I think she was saying, and I don't want to put words in her mouth, but from the article, and I really invite her to call us to give her opinion, or give her side of the story. But I think that she was saying that she was not getting access to what she needed to have in order to prosecute the Walmart case of August 3rd, which is Dallas Hart's birthday, 2019, that she was not given access like she should have. She was not being treated like the head prosecutor over the case, like she was hired for. She was not even being paid for being the head prosecutor like they had said. And she says that John Briggs was doing it. Okay? So, and John Briggs had no intention of moving the Walmart case forward. That John Briggs, it seems so intentionally leaving the case in pieces. Okay? Not wanting it to bring it forward. And I think, it goes a step further than that. I think there is a real suspicion, and especially with the information that we're getting in, that there's an investigation, that there was a intentional botching of the case. Okay, an intentional botching of the case. So, and this, gets pointed, the pointing gets to John Briggs. And that's why Loretta Lynn decided to leave. And, I'm just wondering, did she decide to leave because she had real concern and she saw that they were intentionally botching this mass murder case, right? This mass shooting case. And, that would hurt her record. I mean, she is a well known prosecutor with a lot of success in death penalty cases with these mass murders. And, here she is not getting the access to files and to information that she needs to do her job. And she's like, you know what? Really, John Briggs is the one in charge of this. Why is my name going to be on it? Are they playing this still the identity kind of game that they've played in Richard's case? They've stolen Richard's identity. Are they trying to, just put her name, put her stamp on it, and give this false perception that she was in charge of this case, and yet the whole time John Briggs was in charge of it, intentionally, seemingly, suspectingly botching the case, leaving it in pieces, keeping it from moving forward, and at the end of the day, Patrick Crucius gets to go free. That is a real travesty of justice. And if I was Loretta Lynn Hewitt, I would do exactly what she did and put in my resignation, get out of Dodge, and say, you're not going to use my name, my good name that I've spent my whole life building up, my career, my credentials, my record, and let you ruin it with this humongous case. Um, you know, I just think that's reading through all the things and getting this new information that we're getting. I think I needed to clarify who Loretta Lynn Hewitt is and what, in my opinion, in Team Find Richard Halliday's opinion, what's going on in this situation. And we know that Bob Moore is up to no good. So for him to release this is also, well, he does like his 501c3. Who wouldn't like it, right? Who wouldn't like to be tax free? So, but I think this is can be backed up even more. I don't think that you should just trust me. And I've been talking about the 5 lines of astronomical measurement and using to measure time, right? All past time. And the reason why I've been, using that book, which is an amazing book, um, is because it's kind of like the PI that was up to no good, but he did seem to help us in a little bit, saying you've got to put the 5 choices out there and address every choice that could have happened in Richard's case and see where the evidence leads you. Does it lead to him just walking away? Well, no, it doesn't. Not at all. And at 1,250 days, where's Richard? It doesn't lead to that at all. Of even the reaction, the hard evidence, the circumstantial evidence, the irregularities, everything that we have says no, he didn't just walk away. So, did he get hurt? No. Was he murdered? Yes. Was he abducted? We believe so. We believe that the evidence shows that he very possibly was abducted like a kidnap under the guise of an arrest, because the CID are involved. The Tavita Nusa is involved. Dirty agent Marlon Soto is involved. Leilani Hart was controlling the CID. You see them controlling the MPs. You see the collaboration, the compromise that's going on in the El Paso Police Department with this. So, yes, we believe under the guise, because it's law enforcement that's over this, because Richard wanted to be CID. He was connecting himself with the CID, you know, putting in paperwork to and talking to people about how to become a CID agent. So they knew him, he knew them. And with the DES involved in this, I think that they very well could have kidnapped him, forcibly removed him from the barracks under the guise of an arrest. And, you know, the unit would know, right? The unit would know. So, but I want to, you know, so why am I mentioning this? Because I'm not just satisfied, Team Farm Richard Halliday, we're not just satisfied with looking into Loretta Lynn Hewitt's record, looking into what Bob Moore wrote or what other media outlets wrote to make up our minds, okay? We want more proofs. We want more astronomical lines of measurement or case lines of measurement, right? So we have Loretta Lynn Hewitt's words, but we also have the supervisor, the direct supervisor of John Briggs. And I don't want to mention who that attorney is, but he also was a witness about the bad character of John Briggs when it comes to this case. And I think it's very important because this was a sworn witness statement, okay? And he absolutely said that John Briggs, this is John Briggs's direct supervisor, okay, said that he was not doing his job, that he was the lead prosecutor, but he was an insubordinate. He was not reporting to him like he should, and there's many other. So when I get more, matter of fact, when I get the information, the sworn witness statement, I'll post it. I will post it. So, you know, so in this, he's saying he is, seems to, well, he's insubordinate. He's not doing his job. And that he was the lead prosecutor for the August 3rd, which is Dallas Hart's birthday, 2019 mass shooting at Walmart, and he wasn't doing his job. Okay, so that's two people. So we have Loretta Lynn Hewitt, a very reliable source, not like Leilani Hart, not a convicted criminal with chaos wherever she goes, that's having an affair, according to our witness, with David Poche and collaborating with Bob Moore and Angela Kachurgo to be up to no good to interfere in our case. That's not the kind of witness that these people are. These are reliable sources, Loretta Lynn Hewitt, and credible sources like the direct supervisor of John Briggs, who is still the assistant district attorney, who is behind the curtain running, according to Loretta Lynn Hewitt, running the Walmart case. So if it's botched, if it's not moving forward, if it's in pieces, then, you know, he's the man, she's saying, that is creating this mess. Okay? So the other thing is Bill Hicks hired Loretta Lynn Hewitt. So Bill Hicks is picking someone up because what was going on with Yvonne Rosales, that he couldn't pick John Briggs outwardly to continue, even though behind the curtain he is leading it, according to Loretta Lynn Hewitt. But, you know, outwardly in the public eye, legally, I guess, in the public eye, he couldn't have John Briggs openly leading the case. Why is that? What happened with Yvonne Rosales? Well, when you do some research with District Attorney Yvonne Rosales and what she had to say about the Walmart case, you will find that she also, so this would be a third witness, she also was saying that John Briggs, she was not getting access to the case, okay? That she was not getting access to the case. So that is, for the district attorney not to get access to the case, that's not good. And then why was there such a rush? Why was there such a botched swearing in of Bill Hicks? Okay? Because that's what is being reported to Team Farm Richard Halliday that they're investigating. So if this is true, that the swearing in is botched, which I didn't say that, that was reported in the media by Reyes Mata saying that Bill Hicks has committed a felony crime. So there is a lot going on behind the scenes because of tampering with timestamps. And if you tamper with timestamps, that is a huge crime. So if you're doing that, then there needs to be an investigation into tampering with other things in the case. And for the timestamps to be tampered with Bill Hicks is, I guess it would be circumstantial evidence or an irregularity that would also back up what Loretta Lynn Hewitt is saying, what the direct supervisor of John Briggs is saying, what Yvonne Rosales is saying. Something is very wrong. And that's not all, y'all. Let's do another one. Jaime Esparza, who was the DA at the time, became the AG, right? The Attorney General. So he says, oh, I'm going to go into retirement. But all of a sudden, he's like, oh, well, no, they offered me AG, so I'm going to be an AG. The problem with that is that if you look into the evidence with Jaime Esparza, he was shielded from the case, from the Walmart case, by the courts. They put up a iron curtain for him. Okay, he couldn't go near that case because he seemed to have went there. I think his sister was involved at the scene, and he was involved at the scene. So they put an iron curtain up federally to the Walmart, the August 3rd, which is Dallas Hart's birthday. I know that's just a coincidence, but I have to mention it. To that case, that mass shooting case. So the Attorney General that they put in was put in irons when it came to the Walmart case. Okay, so we are not imagining anything. There is something very wrong with the Walmart case when you have the AG being put in irons when it comes. I don't know how else to say it. How do they call it legally? They call it, I would say, an iron curtain. They put some kind of curtain up. an Iron Curtain. They did that to him. Bill Hicks uh, really messed up according to the documents when it comes to swearing in, when it comes to timestamps, when, just that whole thing, the January 11th meeting, collaboration meeting, um, and then not appointing the one that has been working on the case that's still there, John Briggs, but leaving him as assistant district attorney to keep on working on the case, but have him behind the curtains and hiring someone just to put a rubber stamp, a different face on it without giving them access. She didn't have any access. And this is after doing the same thing to Yvonne Rosales. Um, this is very, very clear that, and then John Briggs's direct supervisor also weighing in. So I think we have those five lines of measurement when it comes to the reliability of the sources, all pointing to one thing, that John Briggs has been in charge of the case and been up to no good, and is suspected of intentionally leaving the case in pieces, intentionally sabotaging the case from moving forward, and botching the case, which may lead the other thing too. There's another one that I almost forgot about, is the witnesses. That there were witnesses saying that the case was being interfered in. So, we have multiple lines of testimony and evidence pointing that John Briggs was put in there suspiciously, suspectedly, allegedly, to botch the Walmart case, to keep it going forward. Now, why is that important to us? Well, because that's Richard's case. The Walmart case and Richard's case are connected. And if the Walmart case is being left in pieces and being botched intentionally, then so is Richard's. And I will tell you right now, after 3 years of doing this, 3+ years, I know that our son's case is being botched intentionally, being left in pieces intentionally, that they have kept information from us. Where is the CPS reports? Where is the CID reports? Where is the IG reports? Where is the subpoenas, the probable cause subpoena reports that we are all entitled to? And we're entitled to this summary of Richard's case. Where is that at? Why is it that everything's shh, shh, shh? And where is the monies? The monies that we have gotten information on, of millions and millions of dollars, but where is the open records for UTEP? Where is the open records for Park University? Where, we have so many, and it is being intentionally, botched, kept sabotage, kept from going forward. And, but they can't keep it like that forever, because the truth comes out. And that's what's happening. The truth is coming out. Here we are, totally connected to the Walmart case, because it involves John Briggs. It involves Jaime Esparza. It involves Felix Valenzuela, Bliss Avenue, right? Felix Valenzuela. Wow, that's, I really need to do like a whole live stream just on Felix Valenzuela, because he's like a mastermind in this. And it seems like it, Felix Valenzuela, Um, and up to no good, absolutely. And then Bill Hicks, and then of course with Bob Moore, right? Bob Moore, because, and of course with the command, okay? So they could never get away with this kind of cover up without the compromise of the DAAG's offices, then the military leadership, and also the media. The media has to, you have Reyes Mata and you have to pray for him. You have to pray for him. You have to, write El Paso Inc. Let them know that, you really, really appreciate some truth here, because a DA is very, very important, and especially in El Paso right now, with what is it, like 12,000, 14,000 migrants crossing over and being housed there in Fort Bliss. They were housed in Fort Bliss, and I mean, where are they all going? And we have astonishing numbers of, it's not enough. It's not enough that there's 85,000 unaccounted for. We have to beat that number, because where are these children going, and they're not accounted for? And we have admirals, and we have 44 four-star generals and admirals that, seem to not have enough to do, because they don't do anything right. They can't win a war. They can't keep books. We have trillions of dollars of unaccounted for money. The audits never proper audit done, and trillions of dollars missing and accounted for. Now we have 85,000 missing children that were in their care. And then we have Fort Bliss that is supposed to be secured. And we have Richard being forcibly removed and murdered. We have a 14-year-old girl that was living in the barracks, being prostituted out. We have the DES, the Director of Emergency Services, saying that they're working outside of the law, that they didn't use a packet for our key witness. They just retaliated. They just went along with Bob Moore's political hit job. And absolutely, Bob Moore has inserted himself in the Walmart case. He's inserted himself in Richard's case. There's no other press that would do that. And he's done it. And his wife, Kathleen Gannon, who is the boss of Angela Kachurga right there at UTEP. And UTEP is now involved in this, fully involved in this. Because Kathleen Gannon works for UTEP, Borderzine Publications. So, and Angela works for her. So you have UTEP now involved in this. And you have to follow the money, right? There has to be big money involved in this. And it has to involve the press, the military leadership, and of course the law enforcement agencies, because there's no other way that if one of those legs, one of them, the law enforcement, the military, or the media, would do the right thing, the other two couldn't be corrupt. Okay. And let's talk about one more leg. Let's talk about a four-leg table, and that is Veronica Escobar. That would be definitely Veronica Escobar. If she would do her job, she's probably scared to death. She's probably implicated. She might be just one of those evil people. I don't know, because we're getting information in, and it doesn't look good for her either, in the things that she's involved in. So, we'll let you know more about that as we confirm everything that we're being told. Instead of just, going from the hip, we want to get our at least 5 lines of evidence, of backing, of sources. We don't want to act like Bob Moore and just use an unreliable source, a convicted criminal that has a history of lying to even law enforcement authorities that her son is involved in Richard's case, and yet they're using her words to sabotage Richard's case because it belongs and is connected to the Walmart case. So they don't want Richard's case to move forward. They don't want answers because it would lead to answers in the Walmart case. And those answers, I believe, would be who orchestrated, who helped Patrick Crusius carry out this crime, and who were the other shooters. Because even the El Paso police were reporting multiple shooters when this crime first happened. And I'm just asking questions. I want to tell the truth. I want to get to the bottom of the truth. But I think that more than me, we have the media, we have the El Paso Police Department, we have prosecuting attorneys with amazing records, we have direct supervisors, we have the DA himself, we have the AG, the situation with the AG, we have so many witnesses, we have the DES, the chief of security of Fort Bliss. We have the generals, and they all point to that these are connected together. And let's get to the real gory stuff. And that is, we have confirmation that Dr. Mario Raskin Ortiz is being investigated. He's a medical examiner. He's connected to Bliss Avenue. And Bliss Avenue seemingly is connected to Fort Bliss, to William Beaumont Army Medical Center, connected to the mortuary affairs. So this is like what is going on with this cases, because Dr. Mario Raskin Ortiz, we're hearing all kinds of things. There's some weird stuff going on, and he was there in the time of the Walmart case and the time of the mass shooting. What does a medical examiner do, right? What does a medical examiner do? Now, if there's some things that are fishy with him, that's really, really concerning. We pay these medical examiners. I think he gets like over $400,000 a year. He has a situation. He has a designation, almost like a judge, right? He can issue subpoenas. He can issue warrants. So he, has a very important position, and yet we're hearing that something's very, very fishy with that, and he's over the care of deceased bodies, right? He's over the care of deceased bodies, deceased remains, over that paperwork and everything like that, and with the information that we were getting, that Belen Rocha's mother is like a liaison, maybe, part of this whole thing, and they're tampering with files, they're tampering with timestamps, they're tampering with videos, they're tampering. What are they tampering with in mortuary affairs? What are they tampering with in the medical examiner's office? This is just me thinking out loud with this, getting this information with the from Austin, Texas. That's really one line of suspicion that something is going on in there. And of course, we know that we have questions with the judge on Fort Bliss that we put in an open records request for these autopsies, for the subpoenas, for the warrants, for the probable cause, for and these three autopsies that came to light, and we want to know if those are Richard's, what's going on. Also, we know that Richard's identity was stolen. Okay, that this was brazen in this case, and so if they're brazen with stealing identity, are they stealing identity of deceased people? Are they messing with deceased people? Then of course we have Nadal Baim that says, shh, shh, they found your deceased son, and shh, it's a secret, and they're still looking for him, because of the dismemberment issue and all of this that they don't want to relieve us from. They can't even give us answers like, assurance that, oh no, he wasn't dismembered. And then we have reports with Tavita Nusa, and those are new reports coming out with Tavita Nusa that he is, they're looking at him very closely. And, what we're being told, it's, the whole thing is, so you have 85,000 missing minors. You have issues with the medical examiner. You have issues with the Walmart case, with Richard's case, supposed to be a secure military base, and you have issues with him. And then we have this other Bliss Avenue building, 3705 Bliss Avenue, and we have Danae telling the PI, this was really creepy. Danae Katzen and of course Tanya Katzen, her mother, is totally connected to 3905 Bliss Avenue. So then we have the 3705 Bliss Avenue, and Danae is telling the PI, what business are you in? What kind of job do you have? Oh, I'm in insurance. Really? She's in the insurance business. She does insurance work. And then when you go check, she's not licensed insurance. Who's she doing this insurance business with? Okay? So we have her on record. We have her recorded saying by the PI, right? Remember Phil Waters? Yeah. So, he gets this recording of her saying that she's in the insurance business. Okay. So, wow. So you have Felix Valenzuela, and his record, and he's connected to Bliss Avenue, and his record is all about insurance. And you have Danae Katzen saying that she's in the insurance business, and we have questions about fishy things going on with the medical examiner, and then they have every reason, and I don't know what the reasons are, right? But they have every reason to do whatever they can to stop these cases from moving forward. They have every reason. What are they? Tell us. We want to know. What have you been up to? Because it's no good. Because every reason to stop a case that's a mass shooting and the murder of the Vanessa Guillen first absent soldier from moving forward, you have to be up to no good. To sabotage those two cases because they're connected, they have the same people involved, they have every reason to do it because that's what they've been doing. And that's not me saying it. That is credible, professional, multiple witnesses saying that they are intentionally keeping those cases from moving forward and getting answers, leaving them in pieces, sabotaging them, and keeping people that want to solve them from having access to those files and that information. And, that is jaw dropping, jaw dropping, because it proves that they have a lot of reasons with the military. They have a lot of reasons in the law enforcement. They have a lot of reasons with the media to want to cover this up, so much so that they're willing to even commit more crimes. Because to mess with timestamps is a felony. To tamper with evidence, to manufacture evidence, to manufacture witnesses, right? To manufacture news stories, right, with unreliable sources, to obstruct justice by retaliating against a key witness, to take down that key witness's character, to make them not credible, to make them, not want to move forward. These are major, major crimes. And when you put it all together, these are death sentence crimes, and you're bringing in a professional prosecutor with all kinds of experiences with the death penalty, and you're not letting her do her job. I think that is major, major news. And so if you're listening, please share this information, get this information out. And yeah, that's, I think that is huge breaking news. Really, it is. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on. And Merry Christmas. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. And we're in St. Stephen's Day, right? We're in the second Christmas day. Second Christmas Day is St. Stephen's Day, which, all over the world, people celebrate St. Stephen's Day. And, so just have a happy day. Hope you are well. Hope you are healthy. And we're going to fight for justice with this new energy, this new vim and vigor that we get when we remember the miracles that happen on Christmas, right? The absolute miracle, and lots of them, lots of miracles. Just think of the angels coming. There's just, when you have one miracle, it just doesn't stop there. It creates a domino effect, and that light is and happiness and joy just is spread all across the world. And so it's very powerful. So thank you so much. God bless you. And I will be back tomorrow, God willing. Bye-bye, everybody.